If you constantly overthink or assume the worst, there's actually nothing wrong with your personality. Your brain is just running outdated survival software. It's built to prioritize threats and scan for problems to keep you safe, meaning your negative thinking is simply a well-trained neurological pattern. But because it's a trained pattern, it can be untrained. In the next 5 minutes, we are going to build a personalized 4-step, 30-day brain training protocol that will actively rewire how your mind processes stress. To do this properly, you need to map out the framework as we go. Grab a notebook or open a digital habit tracker on your phone right now, and let's build your system step by step. Write this at the top of your page. The ultimate goal here isn't to force yourself to think happy thoughts. We are training for conscious emotional control, so you can stop automatically reacting to every negative impulse your brain generates. Step 1 is mapping your triggers. Your brain operates in specific contexts, called high-risk zones. These are the specific daily environments, times of day, or digital habits where your negative mental loops automatically kick in. Take a second and write down your top 3 personal high-risk zones. For a lot of people, this looks like late-night scrolling in bed, sitting alone in the morning before work, or opening an empty email inbox. Now that you have your zones, here is your only assignment for the first 7 days of the protocol. When you enter these environments, just observe your thoughts. When you catch a spiral starting, mentally label it by saying, "This is negative thinking." Do not judge yourself and do not try to fix the thought. This might feel passive, but it is an active neurological intervention. Catching a thought in real time creates immediate mental distance between you and the emotion, stopping you from getting swept away by it. You have to establish this baseline first. Awareness is the absolute prerequisite for change, because your brain cannot rewire a pattern it cannot clearly see. Once you've spent a week successfully building that awareness, we move to week 2. This is where you aggressively break the automatic mental loop. Write down one specific physical action on your tracker. It can be standing up, taking a deep breath, or simply rolling your shoulders back. You are going to execute this exact physical movement the split second you catch yourself falling into a negative loop. A common mistake here is trying to argue with the negative thought in your head. Avoid doing this. Mental debate only feeds the overthinking cycle by giving the anxiety more attention. Instead, rely on your body. A sudden change in your physical state interrupts your neurological momentum. It acts like a circuit breaker, slowing that runaway train of thought down significantly before it can accelerate. By breaking the physical loop, you prove to your brain that it doesn't have to blindly follow every automatic, anxiety-driven impulse it generates. That brings us to week 3, the replacement protocol. Now that you've interrupted the thought, you need to replace it with something your brain's logic center will actually accept. On your paper, draw a line down the middle of the page to match this layout. On the left side, write down the extreme negative thoughts you've been catching. On the right side, write down realistic replacements for each one. Notice that we aren't writing down overly cheerful affirmations. If your brain tells you that you always mess things up, and you try to replace it with, "I am perfect and everything is great," your brain will actively reject that statement because it knows it is untrue. Instead, correct the cognitive distortion with reality. If you fear a total failure, replace it with, "I made a mistake this time and I don't know the final outcome yet." This aligns directly with positive psychology. You aren't ignoring reality, you are just balancing it out. Replacing extreme thoughts with neutral, verifiable facts builds internal credibility with yourself, and that trust in your own logic is the true foundation of genuine confidence. For the 4th and final step of the protocol, you need to cement these newly formed neural pathways through simple daily repetition. Underneath your trigger list, add a 30-second morning intention to your routine. When you wake up, state out loud, "Today, I will notice and interrupt my negative thoughts." Then add a 1-minute evening reflection. At the end of the day, ask yourself where you successfully interrupted a thought. Do not analyze where you failed or got caught in a loop. Only review your successful interruptions. This leverages neuroplasticity. Your brain rewires its structure based on consistent small daily experiences, not rare, intense bursts of motivation. Doing this every single day is what makes the new pathway stick. You'll know this protocol is working when you notice a specific shift. Your negative thoughts won't entirely vanish, but your reaction to them will naturally move from automatic panic to calm observation. Consistency creates identity. By holding to this daily system, you shift your brain's default state from chaotic survival mode to structured, reliable emotional control. Look at your notebook. You now possess a complete, customized, neuroscience-backed 30-day brain training protocol, mapped out and ready to go. Remember, the goal here isn't the magical disappearance of negative thoughts. The goal is a permanent structural shift in how your brain reacts to stress. Your challenge now is to execute week 1. Start your awareness tracking today and treat it as an absolute commitment to yourself. And to give your brain an immediate advantage, optimize your physical baseline tomorrow morning. Spend 10 minutes getting natural sunlight as soon as you wake up. It stabilizes your nervous system, giving you the perfect foundation for this training.